them. And once again, very happy to host you. You are a very special guest for us, and our discussion are very important. It will be the occasion, obviously, for us to discuss a lot of crises. We will discuss Libya, Syria, Ukraine, North Korea, and Iran. A lot of these crises basically need a strong coordination with the partners around the table, and especially on Iran. We have to fix the situation, and we had a lot of contacts, and I think we have to work very hard because I think we do share the same objective. First, being sure that Iran don't get access to nuclear weapons, and second, stability of the region. We will discuss as well about the economic global situation, how to decrease tensions and fix the situation in terms of trade exchanges, because I think if we manage to fix the situation, 7 of us will fix a great part of the world, and this is a very important element of our discussion as well. And obviously how to find new ways to relaunch our economy. When I look at Europe especially, we need some new tools to relaunch our economy. You decided, and you probably decide to have new tax cuts, which is one of these ways to relaunch. We have a strong coordination to decide to have more growth. And third, obviously, we will discuss a lot of other topics such as G7, gender equality, digital, and how to frame this new world with common initiatives together. And obviously, climate and biodiversity. We will discuss a lot of these hot topics. And with concrete action, we know the divergences we can have on climate, on the Paris agenda, but our corporates work closely, our investors work closely in order to reduce emissions. And I think during the sessions we will work on HFC in order to have some solutions for oceans, fashion, the very concrete implementation. Obviously, we will discuss about Amazonia as well, and all these climate concrete actions for the global agenda. But thanks again, Mr. President, for taking the time, being here, and being a partner. So this discussion will be very important between allies, friends, and very important countries. And we are always very proud and happy to have the US and you also for your wife, the President.
Thank you all very nice. We look forward to it. We actually have a lot in common, Emmanuel and I. We've been friends for a long time, and every once in a while we go at it just a little bit, not very much, but we get along very well. We have a very good relationship, sort of, I think I can say a special relationship. We all remember the Eiffel Tower dinner, and that was a very good beginning, and we have some really great things to talk about, and we couldn't ask for better weather or a more beautiful location. And next year we'll be hosting in the United States, so that'll be very, very good. That'll be great. We'll do a good job. But so far, so good. The weather is perfect. The guest was fantastic. Everybody's getting along, and I think we'll accomplish a lot this weekend, and I look forward to it. And thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you.
Donald Trump and his glamorous First Lady Melania attend the G7 summit's opening dinner in Biarritz in style and are greeted by French President Macron and his wife Brigitte. Donald Trump is not a classic American diplomat, but he makes a classic U.S. entrance. He and First Lady Melania Trump arrived at a Saturday evening dinner in Biarritz in a 2-car motorcade, with teams of security guards in tow, after every other visiting leader and their partners had entered the first official event of this year's G7 summit. They were greeted on the spot by the French President Emmanuel Macron and his wife Brigitte, who sought to make them comfortable with affectionate back pats and intimate hand-holding. Their quiet conversation wasn't picked up by microphones, but President Trump appeared to be speaking to his French counterpart quite intently, while Brigitte and Melania, both of whom wore cream-colored gowns, conversed casually with one another. Melania showed off toned arms in a sleeveless, pleated, and belted Gucci dress valued at $3,800. She finished off with silver Louboutins. Mrs. Macron covered up for the breezy seaside dinner. She wore a long-sleeve, apricot midi dress. Donald Trump put his palm on Macron's back as they entered a lighthouse they were dining at with fellow leaders, reciprocating his counterpart's earlier back-touching. Their entry to the private dinner was the leaders' last planned appearance, a frenzy of individual and group meetings on Sunday. Emmanuel Macron had made nice with Donald Trump in the afternoon, breaking bread with him before the official opening of the G7, after a days-long spat that escalated when the US president threatened to tax French wine. Trump dined at the posh Hotel du Palais in Biarritz on Saturday with Macron, who was waiting for him when he arrived at his lodging. The impromptu lunch had White House aides scrambling. Reporters who'd been dismissed for the afternoon were hastily rerouted. The White House said in readout of meal that they discussed the importance of promoting free and fair trade, reducing trade barriers, taxation and regulation, and ensuring freedom of navigation and commerce as pillars of global economic growth, in addition to developing crises in Libya, the Sahel region in Africa and the Persian Gulf. Trump had disparaged fellow leaders outside the White House, suggesting that some of them weren't his friends, and grabbed Macron's attention with a new promise to tariff one of France's most lucrative exports. He accepted Macron's détente at the unscheduled talk. The former businessman said the pair had been friends for a long time and have a lot in common with one another when it comes to their personal lives. And every once in a while, we go at it just a little bit, not very much, he acknowledged. But we get along very well. We have a very good relationship. Their dinner in Paris at the Eiffel Tour with their wives 2 summers ago was a positive beginning, Trump observed. Sort of, I think I could say a special relationship, he said of their chemistry, invoking a phrase that's typically reserved for the UK. And we couldn't have asked for better weather or a more beautiful location. He had been in Biarritz for less an hour, but he assessed, so far, so good. The weather is perfect. Everybody is getting along. And I think we'll accomplish a lot this weekend, and I look forward to it. And thank you for having us.
Alla